Hi guys, welcome to CDC Mentors. My name is Ketan. Today I'm going to talk about 30 days to CAT and we're going to talk about strategy. So this video is going to be on a kind of high level, which is going to be bird's eye view. So I'm going to talk about overall strategy. After this, I will be making videos individually for Quants, DILR and VARC. So you can vouch for those videos, you can wait for those videos. There I will be talking about strategy even in more depth manner. We'll go a little bit in depth manner so that we understand how do we score. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the overall strategy. Number one, what do you need to do for the next 30 days? The first thing that I advise everybody out there who's serious about CAT is try not to improve your weakness. That's number one. It might be shocker to you, but yes, this is what the entire Janta will be running after. Everybody will tell you, weakness pe kaam karo, weakness ke improve karo. Stop doing that. Do not even try for that. That's number one. Number two, the advice is do not even try any single new topic. Absolutely. Say no to new topics. So here is the time, what you have to do is, you have to hug your friends, leave enemies. Just ignore all your enemies. Whatever friends are there, just go with that. What do you mean by that? It means friends are those topics which you are comfortable with, you can understand, you are okay with. Enemies, topics which are really bad at. Fine. If you've been following me from last couple of months, you must have seen one of my video which is called as Godfather Strategy. It has worked everywhere for everybody out there. Those who have followed it, students have actually increased their scores substantially by 15, 20, 25 marks in all the mocks, right? So have a look at Godfather Strategy. Now, coming back to the first thing, why you don't have to do any new chapter? See, because it is actually a waste of time when you are 30 days away from CAT to even try and do something new. Because whatever you are not able to do right now, you will not be able to do ever. To be very honest, because now is a time wherein you have strong pressure on you. सिंपल सी बात है, जितने जल्दी 6 महीने चले गए आपके, उससे कई गुना ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा ये 30 days जाने के लिए. Every day is going to be more longer now. So that's where you are not actually fighting with your preparation, you're fighting with yourself. Your emotional quotient, which is EQ that I say. I have done this in Delhi, I have done this in verbal, in Bangalore workshop. So, for all those online students, I'm telling you this, that this is going to be EQ problem. So, many khyaal se, right now, the only thing that you need to understand is you are not going to touch anything new. Absolutely no new topics. Because if you take a new topic, what do you have? See, if you're starting right from now, or let's say if you started your preparation 45 days back, then this rule is not applicable to you. Now, if you're somebody who started 3 months before, 4 months before, 5, 6 months before, this rule is very much applicable to you. So no new topic. Because what happens, if you take a new topic, see, number one, we need to understand, now we are very much impatient. We want to do everything faster. We want to do everything in a day's time. That's not going to be possible. Imagine yourself 6 months before. You could have given, you had given or you would give round about 1 day, 2 days, 3 days for one chapter and you will not bother. Because there you're trying for preparation, right? Now you cannot do that. So if you take new topic, you will be in trouble. So try to understand that. Now, what do you need to do here? Have a look at this chart. This is nothing but a SWOT analysis. Now, what is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is basically strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. Now, threat means topics which you want to do but they're a little clumsy, you are really scared of it. Probably let's say geometry, that can be one of the topics, so you can leave geometry aside. Not touching geometry, absolutely. Weakness is that kind of a topic wherein you have no idea how needs to be done. I get to see a lot of time from students saying that TSD and time and work, it's kind of a problematic for me. No, I understand that, I get it, I know the formulas, I know the concept, but sir, what happens, mock me, I'm not able to crack TSD. I might crack it, but I'll take 5 to 6 minutes. That's a weakness, cut it out. So what you have to do is, you have to focus on the strong area, you have to focus on the S. Now, I'm of the strong opinion that everybody out there, if you trust my strategy, then trust me, this will work smoothly for you. You have to pick your strong areas on the upper side. Now, if you look at the S and the O, there is a good connection. The opportunity that you need to find out, when I say opportunity, it doesn't mean a new topic. The opportunity from the strong areas. So let's say if you're somebody who says that, I know arithmetic very well, but what happens in the profit and loss, if you give me a little bit lengthy question, if you give me a bit of tough question, in C2C, it is a challenger level that we have. So sir, if I try to knock off challenger level, I take much time. I take 10 minutes for a question. It is a time for you now to work on those areas which are untouched. which are little bit problematic for you from those areas which are strong area. तो strong area में opportunity ढूंढो, आपके marks बढ़ेंगे. Why? Because if you have to do a new topic, you will have to study this much. It's a hypothetical example. You have to study this much. But let's see, if you have to take out some topic which you have already done, which is a strong area. This much is the topic, you have already done this much, you just have to do this much, right? And that's why I say make your strong areas even more stronger. Now, having said this, the one rule is applicable everywhere for all the students out there for CAT. You will have to do basics of everything. You cannot leave like that. Because if you talk about quants, right, it's 1/3 rule. 1/3, 1/3 and 1/3. 1/3 paper is going to be literally tough, 1/3 is going to be doable, 1/3 is going to be actually easy. So this is what you can understand, this is the way you can move ahead. So basic तो हमको घर करना है. 2018 CAT के बारे में अगर बात करेंगे, quants में अरिथमेटिक बहुत टफ था पर बाकी एरियाज इजी थे, तो इजी करना ही है. If you are a C2C student, everything is uploaded in your dashboard. Start working on it. In C2C we have 4 levels: concept, basic, advanced, challenger. If you do concepts, all the concepts for all the topics, the quants like geometry, numbers, and everything is uploaded in your dashboard. Arithmetic, algebra, trigo, log, and everything is there. Go through the concepts first. Concepts are done, then go for basic. If you do these 2 levels for all the chapters, you are 90% there. You can definitely touch 90% there. This will actually help you to round up a knock of 13 questions in quants. Right? Now, iske baad we will move ahead. So, you can do the advanced level. Now, here is the crux. For advanced level, what you have to do is, you can say that, you know what, algebra, arithmetic, geometry, these are the most important areas. And everybody says that. But you know what, I am really bad in geometry. Then you have to kind of go with the trio. What you can do is, algebra, geometry and arithmetic, try to take 2 areas, let's say arithmetic and algebra. These are your friends, these are your godfathers. What you can do is, you can then do concept, basic, then go into the advanced. Right? And then from advanced, you can move to the other level, that's challenger. So if you understand, out of all the areas in quants, you have right now 2 areas which are the most important, and you can do them in all level. If you are somebody who does advanced level C2C ka, you are 95% level, close by. You can kind of think that, you know what, I'm ready for 95% level now. Challenger level is way above CAT, XAT and IFT. It can actually pull you till 99+%. So if you can reach up to that level, you're sorted. So 2 areas, algebra and arithmetic, you have done all the 4 levels. Anything that can come from this topic, you will be able to knock off. So you have that kind of confidence. Geometry basic, trigonometry basic, logarithm basic, numbers basic, modern maths basic. Right? So you can actually calculate this and you can actually solve easy questions from these chapters. So that's going to be my strategy for quants. Work on your strong areas, try to find out the opportunity from strong areas, improve them even more, leave threats, leave weakness, as simple as that. And if you're a C2C student, you can work on quants same way the way I have told you now. You don't have to do all 4 levels for all the topics. No. You have to find out your friends, you have to find out your godfather and just improve them. You should be sorted. Now that's all about your quants. Let's talk about your DI and LR. Now, DI and LR, we all know that if you look at DI and LR, what's happening here is that, so I'll tell you, as far as the DI and LR is concerned, the main thing is going to be your practice. Rather, I would say that do not try to solve so many sets. This is what we do most of the time, that we try to solve so many sets, but we do not understand them. If I were you, the Bible for me is 17 and 18, 2 papers, like 4 papers I have. I'll sit down with them. I have 32 sets done and dusted. I have right in front of me 32 sets. They are at CAT level. I see some people, they are taking level of those questions in classroom. I have seen some people on the website, on the YouTube channel, they are trying to do that kind of set, which is not going to be there in your CAT, absolutely. I came across one of the question. It was a question, that question is from 1995 DLR set of CAT. 1995 and 2019, there is a way difference. Zameen Asman ka difference. You can't take those lectures or you can't have those questions. You can't actually solve those questions. Yeah, you might be able to solve that question. That might give you confidence. Well, is that a CAT level? That's not a CAT level. That's another advice. Now onwards, you have to do all the questions which are CAT level. See, you can go a little bit down the line. You can do easy question. अगर आप देखोगे 2001, 2002, 1995, 96, 97, DILR was damn easy. You can crack questions in 2 or 3 minutes. You will be actually happy about that. But is that something going to help you? No. So if your classroom or if your classes or let's say your faculty is actually solving those kind of questions, stay away, don't do that. It's better not to give CAT instead of doing all these questions, so don't do that. It's a fake motivation. Now, you have around about 32 sets in your hand. Sit down with those 32 questions, only understand the approach. There are good questions. You have questions like 2018, you've got a pie chart question, you've got an ATM question, you've got currency exchange question. These are mind-boggling questions, right? Sit down with them and just say that, you know what, how am I going to approach this? The main problem with DILR, why we are not able to crack DILR is because we don't do the approach. Now anyway, I will be making some in-depth analysis on DILR and I will be telling you how do you go ahead. So wait for those videos, but right now on a bird's eye view, I'm going to tell you that just look at the approach and solve. Look at the approach and solve. See, if you do 32 questions, all these sets from 17 and 18 question paper, I can guarantee you, take 3 days. Do it on a 4th day. You can call me or you can message me and you will say that, yes, I can now see the improvement. DILR, CAT is purely approach. It has to click you on a D-Day that how am I going to solve this question? You cannot do trial and error. You have to be very good with approach. So right from now, for the next 30 days, for DILR, everybody out there, you've got to work on approach and solve those questions which are CAT-oriented questions. If you're a C2C student, you're at the greatest advantage because all these sets are there in your dashboard. Done and dusted, solved with strategy, solved with shortcuts, and we have also mentioned which question, which set you will be picking up in first 30 minutes and which one you should be leaving for the next 30 minutes. So we have given you in-depth analysis. So all the students of mine out there, please have a look at your dashboard kindly. Now, moving ahead with VARC, the major problem. Okay, you will see a lot of students, you will see a lot of mentors telling you, read. You know what? Reading is not going to help you. Absolutely. We are 30 days away from CAT. We are not 300 days from CAT, whatever you can say, right? So 30 days reading is not going to help you. If you read, it's going to be waste of your time. Number one, if you are a student of C2C, right? If you are joining C2C mentors for VARC workshops and all that, your life is sorted. You just have to revise all the strategies that we have done. Revise them, practice. Revise, practice, as simple as that. For others, my main bet is going to be on para-jumble and para-summary and audible now. Now you will see some of the guys telling you that verbal ability को थोड़ा बाजू में रखो, RC को थोड़ा करो. यार simple सी बात है. If I do a trade-off, I spend 6 to 7 minutes or 10 minutes in one RC. There is a possibility that I might get one question wrong, one question correct. Right? If I put the same time on para-jumble, and trust me, para-jumbles are damn easy. Not sure why people are struggling, but para-jumbles are damn easy. If you are a C2C student, you must be proving this now by now. If not, you can very well join a workshop wherein para-jumble, para-summary, para-completion, audible out, RC strategies, RC rules, RC fundamentals, how to choose a set, how to leave a set, everything has been given to you, everything has been taught to you. So if anybody wants to join 30 days workshop for VARC, kindly join. Now, para-jumble, accuracy is going to be very important. Fine. Now, let's say you crack a para-jumble. See, I'm going to be honest with you. The level of para-jumble every year is actually deteriorating. It's going down every year. And para-jumbles are actually easy, they're doable. It's just that you need a couple of rules. I have 14 rules for para-jumble. Main idea, we've got 17 rules, right? So if you do that, you're sorted for it. Para-jumble is going to be a bet. Why? Number one, it's a T-tag question. Even if it goes negative, right? Even if you're not able to mark it correctly, you have nothing to lose because you're not going to get negative marking. But para-jumble, para-summary and para-completion, these are the areas which are going to be boon for you, and I'm going to explain you why. If you crack, let's say 8 questions or let's say 10 on 10 questions, all correct in verbal ability. If the level of paper is 2017 LOD, you are making 41 percentile on the spot. 41 percentile on the spot. If you crack all 10 questions, according to the level of difficulty of 2018, you are making 47-48 percentile on the spot. And there are students जिन्होंने ये करा था last year and they got good percentile in verbal. So my take on this is going to be write down all the areas that you need to improve in verbal ability and reading comprehension, but bet on your PJ, your audible out and your para-summary, right? Doable, manageable. Coming to the RC के मैं बहुत सारे detailing videos बनाने वाला हूँ. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed and click that bell icon. Please, because बहुत सारे videos अभी line में हैं, because for the fact there is too much of content, I don't want to put everything in one video because then the message doesn't pass up. So I'll be making a lot of videos about it, so stick to the channel. Reading comprehension, I will advise you right now is that I want you guys to practice as far as RCs are concerned. Now, when you talk about RC, the major problem is with the accuracy. As of now, I can tell you, out of 24 questions, your target should be 12 to 13 questions to begin with. If I go reverse way, 30 days to crack, 30 to 26. These 5 days, you should be attempting just 12 to 13 questions out of 24, which is 50%. So reduce your attempt, improve your accuracy, give little bit more time to attempt those questions, you will see the change. What is happening now? Out of 24, people are trying to attempt around about 16, 17, 18, 19, because of which the accuracy is going down. So reduce your attempts, improve your accuracy. And if you're somebody who's really struggling, or if you're somebody who really wants to crack 95% L plus, most welcome to join C2C Mentors VARC workshop. All the lectures are taken by me. Now, this is going to be the technical part. Let's talk about the other part, which is going to be mock. Mocks, you can write according to your convenience. You can write, let's say, around 1 mock, but do not write a mock every day a mock. Don't do that. Do not write every day one single mock. You can probably write topic wise mock. You can probably write, let's say, the sexual mock, but writing one day, every day one single mock doesn't make any sense, right? What you can do is you can write 3 mocks in a week, and your target should be for next 30 days. You should be writing around about 10 to 12 mock and giving the good analysis. Again, on mock analysis, how to attempt mock and how to analyze mock, there is a video coming on your way, so stick to it. Now, moving ahead, the most important thing for the next 30 days that you have to do, doesn't matter if you are 80%, 90, 95, 90, whatever, it is advisable, rather it's inevitable for everybody out there to understand and learn this. The game changer for the entire CAT paper, that's LOD, level of difficulty. Trust me, take down this advice. This is not going to do any harm to you, but if you follow this, I can guarantee you that you will be actually able to cross 95%. Trust me, I'm not saying this has been proven. There are so many students out there, they have applied it, they could see jump in their score. 80 से 90 आया, 90 वाला बच्चा 95 क्रॉस करके गया, 95 वाला बच्चा 98 क्रॉस करके चला गया. Fine. So it's a guarantee that you will be actually seeing a kind of a not exponential, but yeah, definitely you will see a good growth in your score. Now, and if you're at 80% right now, you can expect to be 95. That's for sure. But what you need to understand is that for all the section, verbal, DILR and quants, there is one rule that's called as familiarity. It's a familiarity. It means you got to be familiar with the question. Most of the time it happens that you feel that I can crack this question. You pick that up, you start solving, you're screwed, you're goofed up. Why does that happen? Because we do not have that familiarity. We don't know questions very well. Next 30 days, कोई भी बच्चा बस अगर इस चीज में भी काम कर ले कि यार बस मुझे इतना जानना है कि मुझे कौन से क्वेश्चन करने हैं, मुझे कौन से क्वेश्चन छोड़ने हैं, ट्रस्ट मी आपके अराउंड अबाउट 20 से 25 मार्क्स ऐसे ही बढ़ने वाले हैं. Because anyway you are not going to get into the negative area. So what you need to understand right from now is, which question I am going to take. So you can check my passive and active mock wala video. It will help you a lot to kind of boost your score. Now, when I say 30 days to CAT, these things are going to be very important. You got to be familiar with the question. Take a call. I will be able to pick this question, or I will be leaving this question. Trust me, CAT is not all about how many correct questions you do. I'm saying that again. CAT is not about how many correct questions you do. CAT is all about how smartly you leave those questions which will pull you down, because there is a good guarantee that you will be not getting that question correct. So if you leave those questions and if you only focus on questions which you can do with less efforts, or let's say if you can do with 100% accuracy, you are in the game and you will be successful in CAT. So for the next 30 days, to summarize the entire video, you will have to work on your strong areas, try to find out the opportunity in the strong areas, improve them, leave threats, leave weaknesses, all that stuff. Do not write so much of mock, but analyze mocks very well. VARC, DILR, Quants, you can join in for the workshop if you're interested. Do it on the 4 level, which is concept, basic, challenger and advanced level. Right? DILR, practice, RC, practice, but the bet is going to be on the verbal ability. Fine. Then you need to understand level of difficulty, because level of difficulty is the game changer, and make yourself familiar with all those questions which are death corners for you, means which are something which you will not be able to do. Alright, so try to kind of go through all the strategies, try to make a note and try to study accordingly. You will be able to get a good score. But that's it from my side, guys. Thank you so much. So what's the main question? होगा कि नहीं होगा, राइट? होगा कि नहीं? देखो एक सिंपल सी बात है, ये होगा कि नहीं होगा ना, ये आपका जिंदगी पर डिपेंड है।